Greetings, fellow and future star citizens. Gray-headed gamer here with Meyer and Fortnightly, and we are participating in Fortnightly Frontier, which is starting insanely late because of this guy right here. It was my bad. I was up entirely too late, so I apologize. I suck. I'm not gonna lie, but I heard Meyer might have been late too.
Yes.
Yes!
It wasn't all your fault. Yeah, it's Mother's Day today here in England, at least. Yeah. I think we may celebrate a different Mother's Day to you overseas.
And continental.
Oh yeah. So I believe the term is
2 days.
Yeah, I believe the term is Mothering Sunday, but we just call it Mother's Day here. And
Okay.
yeah.
It's always the 8th of March here.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
And I was actually out of the country for most of the day, and I was the only one here on time.
Wow. I was actually in country, but
You were in bed.
I was out of mind.
Yeah, that was
it
a
was
crazy
bad.
podcast, dude. Like that
Extremely
I missed
fun.
it.
yeah.
Yeah, Lando showed up at the very end and decided he was going to give away a freelancer if we could hit 900 followers.
Oh,
We
snap.
didn't do it, but it was cool.
That's cool of him though. Yeah. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we're a bit far away still from a Lando giveaway, I suppose.
Right on, right on.
Yeah.
How many followers do we have?
Almost 50.
Almost 50. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meteoric rise into Twitch.
Well, it comes in time. My first 2 streams that I did, I had 2 people watching. So that was kind of fun. And one of those was me.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that we don't do it nearly as often as we should. We should be doing it almost daily, but we do it twice a month. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Real World jumps in. Real World jumps in and takes over what you can do and can't do.
Yeah, but we are twisted weekly on the forums by Ben, so we got that going for it, which is nice.
Absolutely.
The Astropub's actually offered right now. He decided to come in and do a bit of a Disco Lando. He said, if you guys reach 70 followers today, I will give away an Aurora.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. Unless we pull some really awesome viewership tonight by some, I don't know, really weird stroke of luck, I doubt that Aurora will be given away.
And if we hit 100, I'll give away a completionist package.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
No,
Okay,
you
but
don't.
before we start, shall we do the little new shtick that we thought up, Meyer?
Oh yeah, sure. Before we talk about Star Citizen, we wanted to start, well, not really a segment, but we talk about space, we drink beer, we talk about the beer, so we may as well, have an actual section about the beer we drink. So Darj just told me to get this, even though he's in Slovenia, he's like, there's this like really nice London porter called Fuller's London Porter. And I'm like, I've never heard of it before. He's like, you live right next to the brewery, so
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, we actually both have one. So I have it in a can because it's cheaper and I have to order online. But yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, so that's what I've
Yep.
got, and gonna try it for the first time.
Yeah.
That is very cool. And actually, I have a very nice... Oh, that sounded great. I have a place called the Beer Cellar that's local to me, and I think they do have Fuller's there.
Okay.
Fuller's is great. Probably my second favorite brewery after Wells.
Nice.
Favorite English brewery, I should say.
My favorite English beer is Samuel Smith. Oatmeal Stout.
Oatmeal Stout's fantastic.
One of my favorites, definitely. Guinness is my number 1, though. That's what I was drinking last night. I don't even want to think about drinking beer. Today on Fortnightly Frontier, I'll be enjoying a nice blue monster to keep me awake while we stream.
Calorie free, right?
So what is the agenda for today, fellas?
The agenda for today is probably, we haven't had you on ever since before 2.0 went online, so,
Yes.
and now we are on 2.2 live. So, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. 2.2, amazing reputation system, if you ask me. I think that is a all step in the right direction. That makes a very cool play mechanic. Even though it's not really something for a play mechanic, you can actually use it to be, a pirate now, which I think is great. Even though I'm not a pirate guy.
I think it'll be even more worked out once they add what's it called, IFF spoofing.
IFF spoofing.
Uh-huh.
Can you elaborate? What is that?
IFF is, well, in these days, it's a transponder that fires out a unique code that so all the systems in the world can identify who you are and who you are affiliated with.
Okay.
Hence, identify friend or foe.
Ah.
So yeah, but they did say that they will allow spoofing, so you will be able to send out a different code
Oh,
to
Yes.
hide your identity.
Or draw in people to rescue the damsel in distress.
Right.
that would
And
be
then,
so cool, yeah.
Imagine-
Hiding an 890 jump by actually having it be, I don't know, an Idris.
Be super awesome.
Yeah. I'm waiting for things like distress beacons and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you've seen what is that? The Expanse?
Yes.
Yes. The first episode.
Have you seen it?
Gray?
Gray.
Oh, I love The Expanse. Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get you followers right now.
Oh.
I'm on the follow thing.
He's on the hunt.
Yes.
But
Yeah, The Expanse is one of the best sci-fi shows out right now, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, I've
Right
only seen
now,
episode
yeah.
1, but I was referring to episode 1, where basically, what is it now? Well, the very end, where there's a distress beacon, and then it's not what they thought it was, like
Right.
without any spoilers. Yeah, there was a distress beacon, and I can't wait for that kind of gameplay to happen, where you pop up a distress beacon and you're not really who you say you are.
I wonder if you'd be able to if you just record a distress beacon and then you'd be able to actually say something into the microphone, like you say your message, and then the game would automatically kind of like garble it and add
That
static.
would be cool. That would be
That would
cool.
be very cool.
That'd
Yep.
be really cool. Yeah.
Instead of just picking from a list of. I suppose from the start it'll be just a generic sort of. My pants just vibrated. Was I mentioned on a certain social website?
Maybe your pants are just
Perhaps.
vibrating for the shits and giggles of it. I don't know.
They're happy to see me.
Yeah, if you've got vibrating pants, that is pretty amazing, actually.
Tell me where you buy them, man. I'd like a pair.
So
Hey, another good example of that is the Crybaby in Firefly.
Yeah. Cry baby cry, make your mother sigh. I've seen Firefly too many times.
And I'm right there with you, and that is my number one sci-fi series ever on TV.
Definitely. How much do you love the second season?
You know what? Actually,
You're trying to break someone's heart, right?
Yeah. But you know what?
Damn you.
I mean, like, even though Star Citizen is so small and our community is so small, I mean, like, we have such a huge, like, budding, like, media core. Like, we have our streamers, we have our YouTubers and everything like that. So when the game actually comes out and the player base explodes, I can imagine there'll be quite a few, film buffs out there. And then I can imagine that we'll see a lot of, like, groups of friends recording their adventures and stuff like that. And you will see the hats come off. You will see.
Pretty cunning.
Yeah. You will see these groups of friends and you'll follow their adventures and it will be your Firefly reboot. You'll follow
Absolutely.
your favorite group of friends and it'll just be real. It'll be.
What
And
sort
that's how
of
I'm playing.
what sort of media creation tools will they add? Like
In game.
in game, so you could actually cinematic cameras and stuff like that for media creators, or will you actually have to have a camera drone that you operate? I don't think that. I mean, this is the sort of thing that I can see CIG going into.
You mean
If
tools
they-
for machinima?
Yeah, tools for machinima, but they would actually make it in universe that you would have a flying drone that kind of follows you around and records it
Okay.
instead of
plus-
just meta cameras. you
Right.
know.
Because the Reliant right now is just going to be like probably a movable camera itself, but it would be nice to have sitting in the control center, maybe a couple people, and running the drones around to get the angles you want.
Yeah.
Well,
That'd be
the Reliant, the news van thing, I think is just going to be like a production studio in the back with drone cameras. It's not going to be the camera itself. Well, maybe they'll have like a static camera instead of a Gatling gun.
Right.
Yeah, but
Right
I do believe that is going to be part of the suite for it.
It'd be interesting to see how it works. Because it seems like it could be like really resource intensive having all these cameras and stuff. I mean, like certain games like Portal had to like really like work ways around having cameras in the game and stuff like that. Like when I think about it now, I mean, like how many news van ships would they actually be able to have in an instance? Because I'm sure they're going to be pretty resource intensive. Like not many.
Well, unless it records client side.
Yeah,
You know,
yes,
all
of
that
course.
that'll be recorded onto your machine, and then you can like say upload it to the Versus news network, or possibly edit your footage and release it in a video format on YouTube. I wonder if that'll be possible.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure about like direct YouTube linking, but as someone who makes YouTube videos, I don't think well, you make them as well, but like would you actually find it beneficial to upload a video straight from a game to YouTube without being able to manipulate it first?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Twitch,
that's what I'm saying.
yes.
Yeah, Twitch for
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, to be able to record that data locally on your machine, and then once you log off the game, actually pull all that footage together in your editing program,
Yeah.
mix together a nice video, and then you can upload it to the Verse inside the game, or if you choose, upload it to real world YouTube. So I don't know how it's going to work, if it's actually going to be in-game recordings only, or it's going to be local machine recordings.
Yeah.
Who knows? We're so far off. Who knows?
It's
So far off.
probably
From the
one of the
concept
lowest things on their list of priorities
Yeah.
right now.
Right. Oh yeah. I'm sure right now, like glitching desktop crashes might be a little more important than. Oh, speaking of, along with 2.2, the 2.2 line, what are we looking forward to in 2.3?
2.3.
See, me and Soros talked about it last night. It's like everything.
Yeah, everything
But
exactly.
All the
Yeah,
things,
but how do you
yeah.
prioritize things?
What's actually planned for 2.3 first off?
They have not said.
I mean, like, what was their plan for
Officially.
2.2? They just said that whatever is out is out.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
Yeah,
that's true.
they've given up on giving deadlines, and I kind of thank them for it.
Yeah.
We know what they're working on though. Definitely shopping and persistence.
I actually thought it was coming in 2.2. I went to Kasaba. It's changed. It doesn't say coming soon anymore on the door,
Yeah.
but you still can't go in.
Yep.
It's no longer coming soon, it's just closed.
It's closed. Yeah.
And I think persistence is the rough one. Trying to cross servers and cross instances, saving your health, your ship's loadout, UEC. I wonder, see, with us being an alpha, I don't think we'll be able to use our actual UEC that we have on our account now. We'll have to earn it in game, and
Yeah.
They did say they're coming up with a new currency just for the beta. Before they go, the USC that you buy with your money is going to all be for the final game, and stuff that you buy and use in alpha is either going to be reimbursed or transferred into the full game.
right.
And there will be a separate currency just before it goes final.
I see.
Phineas and Astropub seem to think that 2.3 is going to be grabby hands.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see an iteration of Grabby Hands. I mean, like, from the alpha stuff that they've shown us, like the pre-alpha, like, stuff, it looks really cool. And I can imagine that working perfectly in a client-side, a single-player game. Working in a multiplayer game, I don't know. I mean, like, I've learned to not doubt CIG, because I was like, there's no way quantum travel is gonna be, whoa. So,
Right.
I remember the first time I saw it, I was one row in front of you at CitizenCon.
Yeah.
And I kind of was glancing about, and everybody was going,
Is this real life?
yeah.
So amazing.
Yeah.
And things are going to happen so much faster now too. The pipelines are down. They're getting a lot of the sets of props and things. I know Behavior, my favorite studio, not taking anything away from the other studios, but Behavior is my favorite studio, and they're working on a lot of the props. Which anybody that hasn't been in CryEngine, that's what brings the scenes to life. You can build a building and build the exact same building in another place, and all you have to do is change the lighting and the props, and it becomes something totally different. And that's the good way of fooling people. You only need a certain set of props, and then you have, say, your low income area props, and then your high tech area props, and you just populate all the props and the level of cleanliness.
Yeah.
And boom, you go from Nick's to say Hurston, and it may have 99% the same assets, but it's the way they're lit and how dirty and clean it is, and boom, you got 2 different landing zones, and they can start popping them out. Then maybe get a couple per patch.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
awesome.
yeah, because like look at like at any city really. I mean like unless you're like someone like Tokyo, there's you have building codes in your cities. Like like certain buildings have a certain look in a certain area. So like you say, all they have to do is like really make like one group of assets and just make it look. I guess the layout has to be unique, but they can reuse quite a lot of the assets and still have it looking very fresh.
Right. Or you go to the Netherlands into a small town where every house looks exactly the same.
Right on. You don't want to go home when you're drunk because you're like, oh. No, wait.
No, wait. I had 2 gnomes on my lawn, not one.
Excuse me. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm halfway done through my beer. How's your status?
Me about a quarter way through. Dude, this is an awesome drink, man. I mean, like it's definitely different, that's for sure. I mean, like it's got
Smoky,
a very smoky. Yeah, exactly, smoky.
Porters are beautiful, man. I love a good porter.
I had a chocolate porter the other day. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Oh yeah. You should have a chocolate stout next.
A chocolate
It's also
stout.
fantastic.
I quite often buy myself the Wells Double Chocolate Stout.
There you go.
Double chocolate stout.
Double
so
chocolate, yeah. So
why is
basically,
it double chocolate?
I think that they just used twice the amount of chocolate extract and cocoa they used for normal chocolate stouts.
I see. All right.
That
That's
makes sense.
logic.
Science.
Hence, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
great.
This is how tired I am. I actually went for the actual answer instead of making a joke about it.
Right. You just went straight science and then went, oh damn. Screw it.
So great. What are you looking forward to most in 2.3?
I would love to see some type of persistence because persistence brings everything. You can't really do cargo without grabbing hands and persistence. You can't do shopping without money and persistence. Everything really relies on persistence. Another thing that would be great is,
Woof.
my dog is at the back door. Dang
I
it.
love it.
But yeah, say loadouts. One of the most annoying thing in the world is to spend time, get your loadouts ready, get everything ready, log out, get back on the next day, and your loadout's not there.
Yeah.
Hey, Poochie.
But yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Persistence would be nice.
I'd like them to fix the physicalized EVA. Do you know how fucking hard it is to get in and out of the Vanguard right now?
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I know they're working on it. Even Chris is working on it. I mean, like Sandy said, like, he was like up at 12 midnight going, I've got this. But, he's almost got this, I guess.
Yep,
But yeah.
but you know what? It feels better. I do like the feel of physicalized EVA.
Yes, definitely.
But the sound is what makes it for me. The new sounds, they just sound so right. So,
you feel-
so chunky and
Chunky.
purposeful.
And to me, it feels
Instead of just-
heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel like you're moving something instead of just kind of, namsy-pamsy floating around. Now, they may need to adjust the speed on the boost on the suits.
I love the boost.
It's
I'm
great
Rocket
for
Man.
it is amazing.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
you could basically use yourself for a kamikaze missile.
oh
as
yeah.
fast as you can go. We should try that one day. See if we can take a ship out.
That reminds me, what this could morph into or evolve into. You both have seen Star Trek Into Darkness, right?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
You remember that scene where Benadryl Cucumber Face and Kirk ejected
Yes.
out of the airlock towards
And hauling ass between all the debris and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be so great.
They just what they would need is decoupled EVA
Yes.
for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they need that bad.
Yeah.
When I'm EVAing, I want to be able to go forward and just float forward until I decide to stop.
Oh
and,
yeah,
burst it backward.
definitely, yeah. That would be nice.
For sure.
It's probably on the list. But yeah,
Yeah, oh, yeah,
EVA,
yeah.
the new EVA just feels fantastic. And I've noticed how subtle it is when you're bumping into things, and you kind of tilt over and then correct yourself when your leg gets snagged on something and kind of adjusts your direction, and and when you're coming to with a gun to something and put
Yeah.
pulls them
Oh
out.
yeah.
That's
The-
so cool.
Yeah, the special
It's
awareness.
and you know what? It's all coming together.
Yeah.
That's
One
what's so
of-
beautiful.
This is one of the most annoying things with first-person shooters is you get up to a wall, you're in the wall, and you're still pointing the gun as you were like as if you're in, because
Yes.
you're supposed to be
Yeah.
inside the wall
Yeah.
Right.
at that point, but you're not.
Yeah.
And that, no matter how well the rest of the game is, when that happens, it's immersion broken.
Yeah.
Yep,
I mean,
and that's the important thing about the third person and first person being the exact same is for that reason too, where you look around a corner and you see a guy, but you can barely see the tip of his shoulder.
Yeah.
But in all actuality, from his view, he's got you beamed in for a headshot.
totally.
Because from his view, he's around the corner about to shoot you, but you look and he's still behind the wall.
Yeah.
That is, a lot of people say, well, why are they spending so much time with the whole third and first? That's why.
That's why, yeah.
Back to human missiles.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's actually pretty plausible because, well, feasible. I don't know, one of those two words. Anyway, because like you know how when you crash into something, like say an asteroid, that's because you're hitting what the game considers an object, right?
Right.
So if you fly, at the moment when you fly into somebody, they turn into a ragdoll. But what if the ragdoll flies into you at like fast enough speeds to
Oh,
like
well, we all know what happens then. You and your Aurora.
yeah, because that was interesting. Yeah. But because I think I've seen at least once with desync, I was in somebody's freelancer and I was just standing there in like the at ease pose, and he was just flying to Korea. Like he didn't even know I was there. I was just I was stowing away, just standing behind him as you do, and we're approaching is it Korea? Anyway, we're
North Korea.
North Korea, yeah.
Best Korea.
And we're approaching there, and all of a sudden, he explodes. No one shot at us. He didn't hit anything. But my guy standing there, all of a sudden, is standing at ease in the midst of an explosion. Like a fireball. I can see the guy's corpse floating away, and my guy is
Right.
untouched. And I'm thinking it's because the game desynced and my character became an object, and like within the ship, like the character must have, like collided with the ship and it exploded. But it was glorious and confusing.
Right. And that is definitely one of the main issues right now is sync. Because I've noticed it too when I'm EVAing
Yeah.
and I'm EVAing beside one of my friends and they're bouncing.
Yeah,
and
they're
it's
jittering
just
like
so
crazy.
crazy looking.
But I don't think that's because ships are fine.
Yeah.
Why aren't players?
Did they?
I don't know.
Have they fixed that this patch? 2.2.
It's better.
Yeah, it's better.
It is better. But that's the main. I think one of the main things they're doing is the background coding and stuff to get that perfect. But we
Yeah.
got the guys in Germany on all the coding things. They're freaking so amazing, man. All the CryEngine geniuses over there.
But speaking of 2.3, what I think is going to happen is they will make one of those planets procedural and landable. Because Chris said that we're getting that a lot sooner than we think.
Oh yeah, the last time he said we're getting something a lot sooner than we think, we're like, what's he talking about? They never fulfilled that. Well, quantum jumping,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Nyx on an asteroid?
Nyx is on an asteroid, but they're going to put it on something else so it can be instanton, because Nyx isn't instanton right now.
Right.
Isn't supposed to be instanton, but everything that they're making, they're going to put instanton
Until we get jumped.
until their respective systems are done, so they can move them to where they're supposed to be.
Right. So that's something they could possibly do. Throw a ginormous asteroid somewhere in Crusader,
yeah.
in Crusader's local space, and then make that procedural and let us land there. Possibly, I don't know.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what they got planned? Right now, all I know is I check every single day, probably 3 times a day. I'm waiting for that little 2.3 on PTU.
Yeah. Well, we've been corrected. Apparently, Nyx is the system, but the landing zone is on an asteroid called Delmar.
Levski.
Delmar, Levski is the name of the landing zone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Delmar
Delmar is the asteroid.
Yeah.
Nyx is the system. Thank
to
you,
know.
Swirly.
Good
Thank
to
you
know.
so much.
So
And that is the best thing about the community is they will jump in with
know
any
so
bit of
much.
information you need.
Yeah.
It's impossible to know everything about this damn game. It's so huge. I've been following it for almost 3 years, and I still hear stuff. And I'm like, huh? But of course, I'm also kind of a.
Yeah, this community is so amazing. I mean, like, the guys who are in here are in there for the long haul, and they know everything. Like, there was this one Twitch streamer. I mean,
Guilty.
like there's a Twitch streamer, and he's partnered, and he has like a huge following, like 500 or so people following him, whatever game he plays. Like so variety streamer, yeah. And he comes playing Star Citizen, and I'm like, I can't sleep. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I jump on. And then he's like, oh, what do I do? How do I shot web? Like, oh, I'm gonna try the tutorial. No, don't try the tutorial. And I'm saying, no, don't try the tutorial.
Yeah.
And then this viewer called Crazy Lamb's like, no, don't try the tutorial. And we're all like, no. And, like,
And that sucks too.
yeah.
They should make that a priority, if you ask me.
Yeah.
The
Well-
tutorial should be priority.
Well, there is the community hub that votes on such things.
Yeah, but
maybe somebody should submit a bug, tutorial
they
broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
well, I
have
think
a
they
lot.
have.
Mm.
Yeah, it's one of
And-
those
and-
things.
That's the most thing I see on Reddit about new players. They're like, yeah, I loaded the game. I've heard all this stuff, watched these videos. I absolutely love it. My computer won't run it. The tutorial just bounces all over the place. It lags real bad. And then everyone has to say, oh, yeah, tutorial's broken. Why don't they just black out that button for right now?
Yeah, like they have
Make it
stop
non-clickable.
reading,
Right. Hey, it doesn't work. Take that shit out because you're hurting that first impression, and that's the most important first impression. So you go in there and you're like, well, my machine can't run it. Screw it, I'm out. And Phineas, I know you love this hat, and I do too. Today in Florida, last night it was in the 40s. Today we're almost in the 90s. I gotta take this off. It is like this is a serious.
Are we
winter
talking
hat.
decades or temperatures?
temperatures?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh no, that would be fantastic.
If you could change decades on the fly like that, yeah, that'd be fantastic.
I got to get a new wardrobe, and I'm gonna try that.
You're one of the few, should I say, I don't know, like internet personalities who will change costume and change appearance and change, their, I don't know the word, but
Their image.
Yeah, their image. We have to make it more pretentious. Image.
Ooh, image.
On stream, yeah. I mean, like, I've taken this thing off once on stream, because like, I'm not
You should
self-conscious.
alternate it.
I'm not self-conscious when it comes to streams, right? But I wore a hat to start off with, and I kept wearing it, and so people never really knew what was underneath the hat. So to keep the mystery, I just really haven't removed it.
And I'll tell you right now, on this stream is probably the first couple times I've ever. I did hatless for like 2 minutes when I actually debuted my Firefly hat.
Oh wow, okay.
But this is about the only time I ever yanked off my hat. I'm the same way. I'm a beanie guy in real life, so it's just like normal for me to have it on when I'm streaming. And if not, I get in here, I'm like, something don't feel right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just have fabulous hair.
You do have fabulous hair, and lots of it.
Speaking of fabulous hair, where are we gonna get Brian Chambers on the show?
Well, Artstar, as he is commonly known on Twitch TV, also known as the lead dev of CIG Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does have
maybe you
the
should
most epic
message
hair.
him on Twitch.
Message him on Twitch. I mean, if he ever drops by on my stream again, because time-wise, it's not really the best for him. He's actually doing work.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. But
Even on the weekends, he
Yeah.
strikes me as the sort of guy that doesn't take weekends off.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if he has Twitter. I'll tweet him.
He does. He does actually.
All right,
Twat it out.
I could twat it out. Yeah, but if he does join my stream again, I'll ask him there, because if he's watching, then he's a viewer, and viewers do as they're told.
And I would like to be
Follow.
on that just as a small little square on the side, and I can just listen to him talk for hours.
Totally, he's so cool. He's so chill, so chill.
And he sounds so freaking like super intelligent when it comes to what he does on the around the verses.
Oh, yeah.
I hate to say it, I just read the too long
TLDR.
didn't read. Yeah, those things. I just read that, but I always go on and watch the sneak peek in his segment.
Yeah.
He just sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Very straight to the point, and he's got the locks of golden like lion hair.
But speaking of
Good
somebody
stuff.
I could listen to, Sean Tracy. All day long.
Yep, he has got the info.
Oh, he was one of the lead devs on CryEngine, wasn't he?
Yes, CryEngine Evangelist is his title.
Hi,
Which
I'm
you've
Sean
got to be a
Tracy.
badass.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it before, but the name Dick Tracy kept running around in my head, so I just wanted to get it right because I know it was wrong, but I couldn't remember Sean. But yeah, Sean Tracy.
Right on.
So many people that we want to get on the show, but
Yeah.
they don't reply to us because I've been sending messages to all of them.
It'd be nice
on the
to.
forum.
It's fun.
It'd
It's
be
fun. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe you need to do more stuff, George. Get yourself out there. You're so behind the scenes, and then you have this. And like the quality of the podcast is there, and I love it, and I love being a part of it. But people are like, Daria who?
Yeah.
I can't stream. That's the thing. I can't stream. I don't have the privacy for it.
Gotcha.
Fair enough. Yeah. Maybe.
And not to
I'd
mention-
love to. I mean, I'm not sure if I am the sort of person that's interesting enough for people to watch stream daily.
You know what? Remember, WTF laid it out for me last night. Information, entertaining, or good. So if you have the information
Yeah.
and you're good at, say, the game that you're streaming, then the entertaining part doesn't matter. You don't. Not everyone's going to be that super funny guy or that super interesting. A lot of people are there just for
The information.
informative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and you make that your keynote.
Yeah.
And plus, you have a very suave, debonair thing about you, so I believe you're entertaining. That's just my opinion, but
Sorry.
and you know what? All you need is to hook the mustache just a tad, and you'll be good.
I told him not to, and now you're telling him to. Oh my god. I don't think
Boom.
I don't think I could deal with this every 2 weeks.
Man crush, yes, vengeful.
Yeah, I'm getting some wax next week.
Boom.
You've given him
Join the beard
impetus
club.
now.
They have a beard club. It's, we have over here in America. We have Dollar Shave Club.
Oh, I know
And
it. Yeah.
Yep. And now there's a beard club that does like beard waxes and conditioners and combs and stuff. So there you go. Make it smell like a man.
Make it smell like a
Oh,
I don't
that's
know-
going
I don't know what
into
a man
so
beard's-
many wrong places right now.
Yeah.
'Cause yeah.
I don't know what a manly beard smells like, but I'm just going with it. I'm still shitty at beards. My wife actually told me not to shave it first time in my life. Usually I'd grow my beard, and she's like, "When are you gonna shave?" So I told her the other night. I said, "I think I'm gonna shave up." No, you finally got it to grow in. Don't shave. I'm like,
Oh,
"Where's
damn.
my wife? What have you done with her?"
So all this time she's like, maybe I don't like beards. And then you grew it out and she's like, damn, I like beards.
Yeah, that's called Stockholm syndrome.
Right on, right on. Oh goodness. What for you guys? What were your favorite additions in 2.2?
Dark.
EVA. EVA.
The EVA.
Physicalized EVA.
Yeah. Even though it's not completely full, because right now getting in and out of ships is still kind of broken, especially the Vanguard. When you try to get out, you get stuck, and then you get horribly stuck in a lying down pose that you can't really get out of unless you all the backspace out.
Yeah.
But the way it feels, the way it sounds,
Yeah.
like we said before, it's just
The right direction.
Yeah,
the right direction.
Yeah, once they fix the whole space sadness where your guy just slumps, you know.
And people can just push you around too, but that's kind of
Yeah, that's really cool. I tried to do a small Benny's challenge on someone. Like, he had the whole space sadness. I'm gonna make it a thing now. Space sadness.
cool. Yes.
You know? Like,
Maybe we
hello,
should
darkness, my old friend. You know? I tried to kick him up the stairs and into my easy hat, but then he respawned. It was sad.
Then
You
you,
lost
had
a
the space
friend.
sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it, my buddy. What about you, Meyer? What was your favorite 2.2?
My favorite thing has to be the debuting of the Outlaw helmets. Those things are so cool. The Star-Lord
God.
light armor helmet, the I'ma eat you Predator like medium helmet. They're so cool. They're so cool. And I can't wait for them to showcase the heavy UE guy, because I know that when the costumes first came out, there was the Outlaw one, and I'm pretty sure that the UE guy also had one as well. But then they removed it. I guess that was the light helmet initially, because that's the helmet that the light guy now wears. You can actually get the medium helmets in the verse right now. To do that, I think you need to kill like 5 player pirates or something crazy like that.
4 or 5, yeah.
4, maybe 5, yeah.
Yeah, 4 and then respawn because get killed and respawn because if you do 5, you get kicked off the server.
Oh, that's for the outlaw one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat, typical Phineas, I'll call him up by name. Typical Phineas says, "Does the new bounty system mean a lot more griefing for a time?" Until they, excuse me, that was the London Porter. Until they polish things out, yes.
Yeah, right now that's all we have is griefing. We had a big discussion on this last night, trying to differentiate between pirating and griefing.
Yeah.
But without cargo or anything of value for us
Without
for people to
persistence.
pirate, and without
Yeah.
persistence, everything's griefing really.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though you could consider it kind of alpha PvP sort of, but just crashing people on the pad, that's griefing.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of
But
the
not-
easiest ways of getting your points up, though. You see a
Right.
group of friends, like, boarding a constellation, 5 of them about to set off on a journey of a lifetime, and you just go,
Bong! And boom!
stars straight away.
Yep, you're good. Yep. And I don't think right now in the alpha, I don't think they should kick you off server for 5.
Yeah, kicking is probably not the best way to go about things, but I guess that's this is kind of where they started, really.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
not yet. No, just not yet.
Well,
Yeah.
once they have persistent, sort of instances, they're gonna remove that because they can't really kick you off because that's not, a persistent thing to do. Go to jail for quite a long time.
Yes,
That is a thing to do.
And CR actually did, would I say leak or reveal or I don't know, but he did confirm that in maybe 2.3, maybe later on, but criminals will be getting their own spawn points after a while. I'm not sure at what level of criminal you need to be, but I know that criminal level 4 already, they spawn with a medium armor, but they also spawn without any weapons. But he did say that at one point, this was on Bad News Baron's stream, on his transit from Hawaii back home, and Chris, was like, yeah, I bet you can't wait until and he was like, yeah, basically criminals will have their own spawn point on an asteroid or something, or a jail, sorry, and they'll have to break out.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Cannot wait for
it might
that.
get a bit dull having to break out every single time, but I wonder how they'll do it.
I wonder if they'll make it very difficult. That would be a good deterrent.
Maybe as a 5-star criminal, it'll be very difficult to break out, or you'll need somebody to help you break out, but
Oh,
that would be cool.
get your posse going and have them break you out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of Bad News Baron, he just liked us on Twitter.
Dun,
dun, dun.
Senpai noticed us!
Very, very cool.
Indeed.
Well, anything to get the viewers in, I suppose. Oh, maybe,
Yeah.
you know what we could do?
Oh, Snappy's in chat. Hey, Baron.
Senpai!
Um,
maybe we could, just to get stream numbers up, maybe every non-live week we actually repeat the stream.
what do you
do
mean
that?
exactly? As in, like, play it on a channel?
Play it, yeah.
It could work, I mean, I don't stream all the time, and when I do, I could do a Saurus and just, play the video.
Yeah. Would you need the VOD or just play the YouTube stuff?
Either.
Either.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just pop the YouTube video right into the OBS and run it that way.
Yeah.
We could do that, yeah.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Yeah.
And, that's how it works with like every Twitch channel is working out what works best, what your fans want. And you could also even ask your followers what they would like you to do.
Speaking
And go-
of, we have people in chat.
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
So, what would you guys like to see us do? Just
I'll do anything
please
for you,
refrain. Please refrain from the biological stuff.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I retract my previous statement.
Yeah, that could get you kicked off of Twitch.
It could. Yes.
Vengeful asks, after the Starfarer is done, what is the next large ship in the pipeline for hangar ready?
Carrack,
I
I
think-
think.
Well, I think the Caterpillar. Didn't they push the Carrack back?
Oh yeah, no, they pushed it up, but you're right. It's not as high up in the pipeline as the Caterpillar is, because Caterpillar is finished on the outside. They're doing, I don't know if
Interior
the white
work.
box for the interior is done, but yeah, Carrack is still concept stage only. And I look at it every day.
Yeah. Dace was saying the Idris. Of course, the Idris is probably borderline almost done because that's huge for Squadron 42.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that quite a few of those Foundry 42 ships should be coming out pretty soon. I mean,
That'll be one of our big surprises, though.
Yeah.
Say, oh, by the way, guys, boom!
by the way,
But
bang, yeah.
will we see some of those ships in Star Citizen Alpha before Squadron 42 is out?
I don't think they want to spoil it like that.
I don't think they do. Yeah.
Oh! What about an FPS level based off of an Idris?
You know,
You spawn on opposite side of the ship and have an FPS battle in an Idris.
that would
With
be,
Gladius just coming in and out from each end just to mess you up.
Boom.
50
CIG.
follower hype, by
Write
the way.
that down.
That's a 50,
Oh!
It's a 50 follower hype.
Woohoo!
Yeah, 20
Very
more.
nice.
And then the Aurora giveaway will be a thing, you know? Like,
Sweet.
the
Sweet.
Astra probably be down on Aurora. And
Yeah.
Why is it not updating on my little Twitch pop-out?
What's
yeah,
up?
there it is, 50.
Well, congratulations on us.
Congratulations, well done.
Kick ass. Y'all tweet it out. Let everyone know. Astropub is giving away an Aurora at 70 followers.
Yeah, but didn't he say? Is it for 70 followers or is it if we hit 70 followers today?
I'm sure it's by stream end. Because if not... Oh, maybe he'll be back next week and he'll do it again. Who knows? Oh, 30 more for a Javelin giveaway, he said. No, I'm just joking.
God damn
Dace
it.
Lagina said that. I'm pretty sure that that's not going to happen, but, you know... But hey, that's just how it works. Especially right now, that a lot of stuff's going on on Twitch right now. So once you start getting your base and people start seeing your pretty face, they're gonna want to come back over and over and over, and it'll happen. Look at
Maybe
Baron
should've
and
saved.
WTF and all the other guys. They're getting over 120, 130, 40. They are. And here we are. What do we do next, guys?
Yeah.
I guess.
Guess we could play some Arena Commander.
People are coming just to go, these poor guys.
You know?
We're more like a pity fest than anything. Everyone, please go over there. We're tired of hearing them cry. No. As far as a big part of the community, Darsh is a big part of the community. You may be more background than anything. Meyer might be new, but he is creating a huge following. He's got the style on stream. We were talking about it off of Twitch one day. Got a great style.
Yo, GHG. By the way, yesterday, thank you for the shout out. That was more than I could possibly have frickin' imagined. I was like, hey guys, hey chat, and like GHG was like, hey, it's Meyer. Meyer is it? And I was like, whoa, what's happening?
But that's the whole thing, and I've said this a million times, and I'll say it again. The community needs to support the community. It doesn't matter what stream team you're involved with, if you want to play a pirate in the verse or if you want to play a medic in the verse. There are some people that hate on WTF because he's going to play a pirate.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what? We need pirates.
It's an integral part of gameplay.
Yes.
Yeah, you got the yin and you got the yang.
Absolutely. You can't have a good guy without the bad guy. I want to be a good guy. Actually, I want to be a Han Solo guy. Where you're not bad, you're kind of like chaotic neutral.
I was just gonna say that.
Or chaotic lawful, maybe?
Chaotic neutral is the best neutral because you get to do anything you
no
want.
doubt.
Yeah.
I think I'll be actually chaotic good.
All yang.
Chaotic.
Firesalt says.
Lawful good is all yang.
All yang. All the yang. Swipe this, swipe that.
Lawful good. I could never play lawful good.
Nah.
I would always play either true neutral or chaotic neutral. That way I had my options.
Oh yeah. Totally.
I think I'll go chaotic good because usually I always, in any sort of RPG, I just can't bring myself to sort of troll people, grief and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I still am a sarcastic son of a bitch, so I think I'm gonna go with chaotic good. Just for that. Just it's me. That's who I am.
You're a zealot, basically.
No, and I'm the same way though. I feel bad like even when I'm FPSing and I shoot someone from behind, I feel bad about it. But that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And here I am going, oh, maybe I shouldn't have shot that guy. Maybe I should have checked to see if he was wanting to look for someone to play with. And they turn around and shoot me. Woof, woof,
Yeah.
woof.
You know, I think, like,
Neighbors.
Oh, this is neighbor's dog.
neighbor's dog. I don't know that dog. That dog's a dick.
Yeah, it should maybe shoot him from the back. You know, just.
Oh wow. Chaotic good.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if we don't wait chaotic evil now.
Yeah.
Not only are we shooting the dog, we're shooting the dog from the back.
Yeah. I mean, I came to this game through the DayZ community. I think maybe it was somebody who even like referenced Dolvac. And he was like, you know, where's the DayZ community gone? I remember the good old days. Why can't it be like Dolvac in Star Citizen's community? And that's where I came from. But when playing DayZ, I mean, like, you always, at least in the beginning, you got that kind of emotional attachment when it came to other players and, you know, killing them and stuff like that. I mean, nowadays, I'm guessing it's a bit more, you know, like, gamey. But, like, I've had so many real human experiences in DayZ, and with a game like Star Citizen where it's not just like you lose all your gear, start again, it's you lose your character, start again. I mean, like, I can only imagine that you're gonna get even more like emotional ties. I mean, when I was playing DayZ, like I met this guy from I don't know, Slovenia maybe, but but yeah, he was like he came off as like, you know, like you know, racially insensitive. Like, you know, as soon as he saw my character, he was like, "Oh, I bet you were black in real life," or something. Anyway, like, I
Oh,
was
sure,
like,
and
yeah.
as soon as you get that sort of personality,
Yeah.
you automatically assume he's from Slovenia, huh?
No, well, I'm just saying he was from Eastern Europe. And anyway, like, I didn't reprimand him about it, but I was like, "Hey, man, that's not cool." And you know, we got to talking. You know, like, yeah, we're talking and we're on about, you know, like race talks and race matters and stuff. As he's chasing me with a knife, intending to eat me down the coast. But by the end of our like 10-mile walk, we became friends, and then we entered the main town, and then some chick shot us in the head. But
And the friendship was over.
yeah, and I never got
That
his
might
Steam
be the
name.
most random story I've ever heard, but it was beautiful.
Dude, to this day, man, I mean, like, I made a real friend, you know, like, we killed a guy, we ate him, and then we kept going, and then we got shot in the head, but then, like, you know, to get from A to B, like, you know, total hostile, to, like, you know, like, we understanding each other, it was something else. Yeah, it was great.
And that's what, you know, we're all looking forward to, something like that in Star Citizen, creating that bond without all, you know, the bad talk though.
Yeah.
But you know, already I have made more community friends in the past couple years with Star Citizen than I have with any video game I've ever played in my
Tell
entire
me
life.
about it, yeah. For sure.
It's still a better love story than Twilight. Fire Assault. Very true.
I got a kind of similar sort of vibe when I was playing Eve.
Okay.
Eve, yeah, because I was part of a big corp. I think they were corps. Because
Yes.
It's been a long time. Yeah, corps. Yeah.
I haven't played Eve, so yeah.
But yeah, I was slowly building up. It was actually one of those corps where some guy that had a lot of money would. What up?
The tricorder just went off.
Yeah, my pants just went off again. There we go. Professionalism.
Oh yes. Yes.
You know, he loaned you money just, you know, so you could build. So you didn't have to start from the lowest rung, and then, you know, you got a few jobs in, you were able to pay the money back and, you know, start moving up again. I did some bad thing where I didn't really get insurance on my brand new ship, because as soon as I got enough money to get that ship that I always wanted, I bought it, and I didn't have enough money to get insurance. So I was gonna risk it and do a few high risky runs, you know, get money in. And on the first mission, boom, got ganged by 2 battleships who were just slightly faster than me when going from gate to gate. 50 gates later, they caught up to me and destroyed me. And
Persistent little fuckers, right?
Yeah. And that is when I rage quit the game and I haven't gone back.
Yeah, that sucks, because as soon as I got into that game, I got just annoyed by a lot of the attitude with some of the people in the corporations, how they, and I understand some people live their games. And I amassed a small fortune, what I thought. But I later found out that, 20-30 million was not huge. I thought, oh my God, I'm rolling in the dough. But some of these people were just, hey, do you want to go do this with us? And I was like, sure, sounds like fun. And I didn't understand exactly the spot and the time I was supposed to do this exactly. And they yelled at me. And I could tell this guy's probably, late teens, early 20s. And I'm like, son, don't yell at me. What are you yelling at me for? If you have something you want me to do different, tell me. I respond much better to sugar than I do, you always want to you sweeten up a little bit.
Yeah.
You yell at me, I'm going to just do my best to ram you, destroy your ship, and log off. I don't care.
Yeah. There's some toxic people out there that are just hilarious.
Just too toxic.
Yeah. There was this one toxic guy, and he was proper at it, not even oh, you must be so mad kind of toxic, but uninstall, why do you play this game? You suck. And I'm like, wow, your parents must be so proud of you. And then literally 10 seconds of pause, after just lots of spam, I'm sorry.
There's a good put down I saw online, and it's Gray will understand this one. I don't know why, if you will, because it's like a US centric insult, but you are not being the person that Mr. Rogers knew you could be.
Very true. Very, very true. You should put your sneakers on a little slower, buddy.
I don't get that one because I didn't catch the show, but I do know who the man was and what he did for US TV and kids TV and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes, when I was a kid, he defined a generation of children to want to be better people.
Yeah.
And the beginning of every show, he'd put his little cardigan on and he would swap his dress shoes for sneakers as he's singing "Welcome to the Neighborhood." Oh, so great. I look back at it now and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is so corny. But we sat around the TV and we learned life lessons that way.
It's better than fucking Teletubbies.
Yeah, and there was a lot less toxic people back then. Thank you, Mr. Rogers. May you rest in peace wherever you are, good sir.
Wherever you are.
We need a new one. Maybe Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Roberts.
Mr. Roberts. Mr. Roberts' Neighborhood.
I'm
going to put that down. Yeah. I'm writing that down.
Write that down.
All right, we're at 6:01.
6:01. We've been
time.
Almost an hour. Yeah, because
almost
we were
an hour.
Late. Slightly late over being very late.
Slightly late. No, I made you a half a day late. Oh.
Man, it would never have happened anyway until you came. I mean, well, not even that, but I was late.
She said.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
yeah, I was late as well. So it wouldn't have happened either way. So you're off the hook, GHG.
Woohoo!
And next, in 2 weeks from now, we hope to be on the time schedule that we have allotted for ourselves, which is 7 p.m. UTC. And do your own time zone conversions. You have Google.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's just
and
which is great.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. My stream never usually goes that late. And my wife was actually just leaving not too long ago. She's like, I still can't believe you're up till 5 a.m. our time. I don't do late nights. And for me to go to bed, I crawled into bed so quietly. And my wife's like, what time did you go to bed? I was like, extremely late. And I thought I was going to get in trouble. So I got up and mowed the yard. Try to rip her.
Yes, but it's been an hour, and these episodes just go longer and longer and longer. First season, we started, Montoya said, you don't want to go too long, maybe 10, 15 minutes, that's maximum. What are we now, an hour?
Yeah. But YouTube videos work best between the 7 and 15 minute range.
That's true.
It holds attention. But on Twitch, people get to interact with chat, and that's what makes it all the difference in the world, is making sure you do the reading the chat. And plus, this show right here, we had no script. We cranked it up, and I said, what are we talking about?
Script?
Like, yeah.
What script? Yeah.
This isn't Top Gear.
I suppose we're not quite John Bain and his 3-hour-long weekly podcasts, but
Right on.
Yes, but they have hundreds and thousands of fans that watch them, that they build up through actually, doing stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we started on the wrong end of the whole, having a very long podcast.
Yeah, we're starting off with a podcast, then building a community, rather than building a community.
Right on.
But, we're getting there.
We're getting there. And, you know, I love how we didn't talk almost anything about Star Citizen, but
Oh, we touched
primarily other stuff.
We touched up on it. It's good
Yeah.
enough. It's good enough.
Yeah. We'll figure. You know, you can figure out all the technical shit later. Look, we're physically on Twitch right now. Let's leave it at that. One step at a time.
Yeah. Okay. Since you did the intro, I will have you do the outro as well.
Thank you guys for watching our cluster job of streaming today. And once again, I apologize for it being so late. It was mainly on me, but also we're gonna put some on Meyer too. But no, let's face it, it was me, 100% me. So thanks for joining us for our very unstructured show that we. I think it went well. 58 followers.
Yeah.
58.
You bumped up.
Woo-hoo.
Yes.
Almost
And
10 today.
yes, and I promise, I think next show we will actually sit down and we'll actually structure it a tad. No, too much work. Too much work. Thanks for joining us. Darge, Meyer, Gray-Headed Gamer.
Yeah. We'll see you in the verse.
Later.